Welcome in, everyone. It's Monday, and we're back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist by Northway Games and Fuji Publishing. This game has been absolutely fantastimagical and will smack you in the feels out of nowhere. So be warned, there are content warnings. This is the overview. You get a moment. If you want to pause and read them, you can. They go into more depth if you open up each category, specific to like particular character storylines and stuff like that. So if you need the spoilers for this game in advance of playing it, they have them for you. They understood the assignment. But we're gonna just continue on. We are Sweet 16. Oh no, we're 17 now. Sorry, my apologies. We are Sweet 17. Or Sassy 17, I think it actually is. And we've gotten our glow up already. Look at us. This is our glow up. We're not that girly. We are a tomboy, but we are still firmly she, her, because that's me. That's Mayrin. And everybody else has had their glow up too. This is where our skills stand. I am mostly a mind person, with 3 out of the 4 skills maxed. We have a bit of social, a bit of physical, but mostly we are a woman of the mind. Mars is a punk. She's, I actually think she's a raver girly winner. I think she's a raver girly. You're so hyped. You've been looking forward to the stream all day. I'm so glad, Plague Doctor. And yes, I saw your post on Blue Sky. I can't wait for you to see how my boys are looking. Yeah, I have not spoiled anyone but Mars at this point, and we don't care that much about her this playthrough. I meant punk as in brat. She's shameless, is what she is. She has 0 shame. She's the most shameless person ever to be shameless. So, yeah, she is kind of a punk in that way, but she's like a popular raver girly, you know? Anyway, we've got an event or something. It is our birthday, so that's probably what the event is. We also are heroic and enlightened. So, because we mastered organizing last session. We're halfway through our stress, but we're still not very rebellious, and we've got some monies. Do we want to spend? No. I could buy all of these things, but it's unlikely that I will actually like put them to use. Especially this one. This one would be devastating for my build. In any case. Let me remind you that I will have an ad in about a minute for those that is still relevant to. And let's go talk to Mars. Holy shit, Tang. The glow up. Damn. My girl. Like, they're both bad bitches, but oh. You can tell I'm into nerds. You can tell I'm into nerds. Look at her in all of her nerdy goodness with the scientist jacket on. Hell yeah. I mean, Mars is stunning. As a raver girly, she would hit in so hard in the club, but like you approach Mars, who's deep in negotiations with some kind of tangent. Deep in negotiations of some kind with Tangent. When Tang sees you over Mars's shoulder, she points and says your name. Thank you. Forces of chance and chaos, Tang mutters, slipping away as Mars's attention turns to you. She's your problem now, Mayrin. Well, thanks, Tang. What is this about? Mars pretends not to hear her. Mayrin, she exclaims. You're looking hideous today, darling. Luckily, I'm doing makeovers and fashion advice free of charge. Free of charge, huh? What's the catch? All right, that's a thing we're doing now. I'm not your doll. What is our answer to this? Like, my first like knee-jerk reaction is, what's the catch? Free of charge? Mars? What's the catch? Mars? Free of charge? That girl is all about the kudos and how she can get them so that she can spend them. What's the catch? Also, it's my birthday. Yeah, no, we're going with what's the catch. Mars smiles. No catch, she says smoothly. You just have to try on my new line of clothing and give me your honest opinion. Yep, that was the catch. I have to have opinions on shit now? The fuck? Come with me, Mars says, directing you to her room. I've been working on these designs for weeks. They're fresh off the printer, and I'm dying to see how they'll look on a regular person like yourself. Mars's room is a riot of sparkling fabric. My first fashion line is all about dressing for the seasons of Vertumna, Mars says as she ushers you inside. Yellow and angular for dust, airy and pink for pollen, stuff like that. If we make it back to Earth, I want to be known as the visionary who brought Vertumna home. We could be supportive friend because, as you might remember, I have become somewhat half-decent friend to Mars. Like, even over Annie, who is arguably a nicer person. So, I mean, not my highest, but yeah. So, are we a supportive girly? Or, are we, like, realistic? Because the people on Earth will not care. That is the problem. We support the hustle. I mean, as a person who is doing the Twitch hustle, I suppose I need to support the hustle in all people as much as I can. That's a great idea. Mars shrugs. I know. Mars indicates the pile of outfits on her bed. Well, what are you waiting for? Chop chop. You try on outfit after outfit, letting Mars scrutinize your silhouette and bearing. She seems genuinely focused on how the clothing performs. Finally, you finish trying on all the outfits. I think the glow jumpsuit is the winner. Go ahead and put it back on, Mars instructs. Then we'll do your hair and makeup. You sit on her bed as Mars pulls out her box of cosmetics. A day look, she says, or something more bold for nighttime? Do we want something subtle, something flashy, or no thank you? Nope, I don't do makeup. And it doesn't matter about how the real people of Earth would feel about this. Odds are so utterly tiny of ever returning that it truly doesn't matter. I mean, the girlie can have hope. She's shameless. She's not hopeless. Like, goodness. Look, we're trying to be supportive here. So saying no makeup is not going to get us anywhere. Mars is going to overrun us. If we go flashy, Tangent won't care. She'll actually probably be like, oh my god, Mars got to you. You poor thing. If we go subtle, just saying, Tangent might be into it. Not that she'd be into makeup at all, but like... subtle. She can do things, but don't make it garish. We'll wash it off later. Tangent might think less of us. Exactly, Trav. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Something subtle, please. Boring. Mars does your makeup efficiently, then pulls out a bottle of bright blue nail polish. One more thing, and the look is complete. Mars paints your nails, humming tunelessly while she works. And voila, she says when she's done. This was fun. I like dressing up for you, or I'm never doing this again. I have a flirt option here, you guys. I have a flirt option. This is my first flirt option with Mars. At least there was no bronzer. You can do subtle looks with bronzer, Trav. Just FYI. Bronzer, in the right proportions, can accentuate features without overwhelming. Oh my god, everyone knows me too well. You know I'm gonna take the flirt option. Rex responded just fine, thank you. He was our first kiss after all. You need to flirt? Do I, Plague? Do you know me that well already now? Rex started the flirting. You're starting this one? You got a good point there, Trav. You got a good point there. It would be nice to flirt and have a reaction. If you actually liked dressing up, you would have gone all the way with the flashy everything. I mean, it isn't that it wasn't fun. It's just not really us, the brainy tomboys thing. Like, me and Tang are very mutually aligned in that respect. But as a, like, occasional thing, it could absolutely be fun. Yes, Plague. That. Absolutely. Dressing up subtly is all what it's all about. So, yeah, we're gonna take the flirt option, you guys. Like, I'm just giving you the anticipation. Mars doesn't miss your tone and smiles as she caps the bottle of nail polish. Is that so? She says, voice warm and teasing. What else would you do for me? She bursts out laughing before you can respond. Don't even go there. Your nails are wet. If you mess them up, I'm going to scream. Well then. She responded, but then she reminded us wet nails and foreplay, not a good mix. All right. It didn't actually change our outfit, which we kind of look like a badass rock star, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a look. Let's see here. If we go this way. Hello, puppy boy in practically harem pants? What? Hey, Nami. You and Nami are talking when they suddenly go quiet and look down at the ground. Seconds later, a group of Helio soldiers walk past you, ignoring you and Nami entirely. Nami picks at the edge of their sweater. Sorry, they mutter. Sometimes it's just easier if everyone pretends they don't notice me. So, Nami's style hasn't shifted so much as she's gone darker pink. Like, not quite the same clothes, but very much the same silhouette sort of deal. I love it. She's a cutie patootie, and if she wasn't quite so pink, I would be very into her. Well, them. They, them. Pronouns they, them. I would be into them, but, like, too much pink for me. If the pink is not offsetting for you, by all means, get some Nami snuggles. I do not believe they do the romance so much as the very intimate platonic snuggles. And then head out on an expedition? I'm not sure I want to know, Trav, what that would do. But sure, we'll think about it. Alright, Rex, time for hugs. Hi. Interesting. Interesting. Everything else, very cool. This, interesting. Over the years, a lot of people have started wearing a lot less clothing than you remember from when you were growing up on the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less than in the holovids you bought from Earth. Rex, though. Rex has really acclimated to Vertumna's hot and sultry weather. Dude put on a shirt. I don't have empathy high enough to take my own shirt off in solidarity, even though I'm a flat girl. But we are definitely going with, Awu. Not so much too pink for me as too fluffy. I mean, most of that is just the hair and the shirt, which is more of like a poncho than anything else. Awu indeed. Uh-oh, Winter Fairy, the smolder is out. The smolder is out. I know how much you love a good smolder. Miss, I pursued Hassian. Rex throws his head back and laughs so loud it echoes through the courtyard. Awoo! He howls. Awoo! You both giggle, then lock eyes for a few seconds that feel like literal months. Eventually, Rex fixes you with a fangy smile and scratches the back of his head. It does nice things to his whole chest, shoulders, bicep situation. So you like how... So you like what you see, huh? He leans in like sharing a secret. Me too, he whispers and then winks at you. Damn, boy's got game. Hey, is it me or is everyone here just like light speed hot? Rex says. Seriously, is it something in the water? Because, awoo, dang. Rex lets out a little howl, then laughs, clapping on the back. Present company included. Hugs incoming. Yup. Absolutely perfect hug. As always. Smells like spicy and sunshine. Yeah, he's had the cute hair the whole time. He just grew into the rest of him. I don't understand the spikage going on over here. I'm hoping that's a cosmetic that he just thought looked cool, but... weird. Oh, we never actually talked to Mars, like, normally. We just did her little thing and then, like, left. What's up, Mars? So I guess we're really at war now because I just tried to use my kudos to print a new hairband and they told me I can't because I have enough hairbands already and they have to save the nanoprinter for things that are important. Mars crosses her arms and stomps her foot. Hello, have you seen my hair? Accessories are important, okay? Ow. Girly. I understand. All right. Let's go up the hill. Oh man, Cal. Hey, Dis. Damn. Damn. Hot boy went, like, emo boy went cyberpunk. What the fuck? Yes, we curse in this chat. He's, Also, like, he has resting smolder face? What the fuck? Damn. It seems like the wrist things are, like, a common accessory for this stage. I have a feeling that it's, like, extra screens for your hollow palm sort of deal. A war on alien life, Dis says, shaking his head. Am I the only person in this whole stupid colony who realizes that we're literally the aliens here? No. No, Dis. I am very well aware that we are absolutely the aliens here. And I'm sorry. I am sorry. Is there anything collectible? No. Okay. Cal. Ah, mushwood log. I knew it was here somewhere. I knew. Hi. Look at that. Yes, the flower in his hair. Mars, the reason behind Commander Lum's announcement tonight. That from now on, for hygiene reasons, everyone will shave their heads. God damn. Yeah. Look at the tattoo peeking out too, guys. Our pacifist is hardcore. Cal is holding an ice pack to his face. Hey, Mayrin, he greets you, giving you a half-hearted way. Don't worry, he says, indicating the swelling scrape across his cheek. Kinda weird how me and Rex get so clumsy around the Helio kids, huh? He gives you a significant look. Cal looks great. I don't think I date him, but he's very pretty. You know, sometimes if you are the badass one, you need someone as sweet and pacifistically cuddly as Cal. I'm just saying, like, I know Rex is a very good hugger, but he's already also down for a scrape. He's a scrappy little pupper, whereas Cal is like that even keel man who's always just so chill until, I don't know, something shifts wrong, and then suddenly you have like 250 pounds of I shovel shit for a living whooping your ass. Like, that man, you do not mess with that man. You do not mess with that man. He's the nicest man you know. You do not mess with that man. I just want to give him hugs, and I can't. I don't have a mechanic for that. Rex gets the mechanic for the hugging. Cal would give amazing hugs. Are you kidding me? He's your gentle giant type. He's your, like, sweet himbo. Come on. Come on. Damn. The glow up of this boy. Like, I am, like, rock star here, but Cal? Oh boy. Nice design. That's all I'm saying. Nice design. And then there's my girl tangent. Ooh. Okay, babe. How are you going to dislike my flirting this time? You spot Tang heading behind the engineering wing and follow, only to find she's disappeared. He is hyper-pacifist to a fault, yes, Plague, but is that really his fault? Then you look up and see an access ladder leading to the maintenance platform by the engine turbines, long silent and starting to rust. Hi. Oh my god. You're amazing. You can definitely now see how her and Dis are similar. They're both like super like skinny and long in their builds. They're built to be swimmers or cyclists or something, you know what I mean? They don't quite have the shoulders for swimmers. It's more cyclists. Sprinters, maybe. Honestly, you look how you look. Honestly, you look is how I dress in real life. Just mine is often a lot darker. Oh, this interaction already. You climb up to the platform. Tange is there, lying on her back, staring at the sky. A hatch beside her leads back into engineering. That must be how she knows about this place. She doesn't acknowledge you until you're almost standing over her, your shadow fighting the overcast light. She blinks with the sluggishness of someone who's only just remembered it's a necessity and licks her lips before she speaks. Do they need me in there? You shake her head, and Tange doesn't sigh in relief exactly, though her eyes slip closed again. Good, she murmurs. It's all too much right now, I thought. Her mouth twitches. I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I'm doing up here. Okay, asking if she's okay, we already know the answer. She is not okay. She has not been okay in years. What's going on, Tangent? She huffs a small laugh and folds her hands over her stomach. You know, I think I may be burned out or depressed. In Earth movies, depressed teenagers would sneak out onto the rooftops, she says. I confess, I don't think I see the appeal. Maybe it would be better if I had alcohol or cigarettes. She shakes her head. Blanking out your mind with substances is what my mom used to do. Not me. She's gonna take so badly to this. She doesn't want to be reminded of her biology. She wants to be an AI. Asking her if she wants to talk about it, clearly she does and she doesn't. Like, I know the answer to this one already, but like... Plague using his points to say, do not flirt. Actually, no, you decide. I take back my crown. Alright, I'll refund you this time. Think of it as me being nice. Alright, well, Winter Fairy is just gonna use up her many points. As you may have noticed, Winter Fairy, I have a lot more channel point options to spend your points on, seeing as you have more than enough to re-VIP yourself and you're already a VIP. Anyway, every time I try to flirt, she hates it. So, do you want to talk about it? Tange smiles, self-effacing, and doesn't look at you. I don't think so, she says. Maybe. Will you sit with me? You lie down beside Tange and watch the gentle revolution of the sky for a few minutes. You can feel the caginess seep out of Tange as you lie there in silence until finally she speaks. Do you ever think about humanity? She asks slowly. Humans are such glorious, beautiful, utterly May, learn to read. Seriously. For frick's sake, this is your only job here. Okay, give me a moment, guys. Apparently my brain needs, like, reset. Take some water. Let's try this again. Humans are such a glorious, beautiful, utterly self-destructive thing, she continues. They only ever create by destroying, and in turn, they hasten their own demise. Tange looks at you, her hollow eye lighting up her cheekbones. She looks gaunt. It was the belief in human supremacy and unchecked innovation that doomed humankind on Earth, she says. Does it seem we're going down the same path here on Vertumna? Okay. Either we believe that humans are always going to be the way they are, or we believe we can do better. PP! It's going well. Thank you for 3 months. Oh, you are banned, bot. But goodbye. Yeah. Bot is gone. I have taken care of the problem. But PP, you're here. I love it. I'm sure you're setting up for your own stream if you're streaming today, but still, I'm always glad to have you here, and I'm doing well. And this game is doing what it usually does to me by breaking my heart, because I love Tange so much, but she won't flirt with me. She won't flirt with me, you guys. Ah. Although, you know, she's seen me, I'm sure she's seen me flirt with other people, and that may be throwing her. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Mechanically speaking, she is just this way. I would never accuse you of being a bot. Dragon might. I don't think he's here to defend himself on that matter, but, I had a bot, and the bot is gone. Took care of that shit. I get them only very, very few times. Like, every once in a while. I believe we could do better here is the answer that I am going to give. So I'm going to be idealistic and hopeful and optimistic, and not as realistic as I should be, because I like to believe that humans can do better. They just have so many options to do worse, is the problem. Oh no. That was the wrong answer. I'm so sorry, Tange. Tange takes a deep breath and lets it all out. I think so too. I just don't know how. I don't know if any of us do. We're only human. Sometimes I wonder, she continues, then pauses. Sometimes I wonder why we even sent humans to explore space. Given our track record, you would think perhaps an artificial intelligence would have been wiser. No ego to get in the way, no questions about ethics or morality. After all, we learned in Earth history that when human colonists traveled from Europe to the Americas, they nearly killed everyone who already lived there because they spread disease. Tange looks at her hands. I just can't help but wonder if we're doing the right thing. The hatch to the laboratory clangs open and Tange jumps. There you are. Instance says, just her head and shoulders visible through the hatch. Have you finished recalibrating that strand sequencer yet? Tang scrambles to her feet, brushes off the seat of her bands. No, not yet, she says. I was waiting on the results from BH4316 and... Instance clicks her tongue against her teeth and raises a hand to interrupt Tang. They're ready, she says. I need that sequencer ready for the G4100 samples. Her eyes flick to you. If you're done, she adds icily. Yes, ma'am, Tang says, cowed, and slides into the hatch after Instance. As her head disappears past the roofline, you catch a fleeting hint of an expression on her face you can't name. Oh man, we were not flirting. Read! What is with that background? We are on an alien planet. Welcome in, Reed. It has been an age since I've seen or heard from you, busy man that you are, who streams at a much, much later time than I do. So if you have not decided to follow Reed Phoenix, please do. He's amazing. He plays a lot more first-person shooter games than I do. Stuff. But we used to play Goose Goose Duck together, which was always a blast. And I miss those days, so... Rebellion against mommy. No, I don't think it's necessarily rebellion against her mother figure so much as... they're working on something big, as always. I meant the one where you were reading. Oh, this game doesn't have voice acting so much, so I do all the reading, Reed. So this is I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. It is a life sim, science fiction, hit you in the guts and the heartstrings sort of story with a little bit of a card puzzle element. She's been talking with Dis, hasn't she? Humans are useless, destructive things and shouldn't exist. No, I think that the twins just got to the same conclusion 2 different ways, Trav. It's a light novel CCG dating sim. Yeah. That is true. Trav is far more correct than me. Anyway, it's lovely. It's wonderful. We're all enjoying it. I got other people in my chat hooked on this game. I'm an influencer now, apparently. Don't know how that happened. But yes, I am Mayrin, age 17, and we are in the second half of this game, like 2/3 of the way through. So if you are confused, exclamation point YouTube, I have the whole playlist of my playthrough in my channel. But I went in blind, and people found me, so here we are. I need to go talk to other people. Let's see. Oh, an enemy. Hey, look, you look a little familiar from the beginning of the game. Really grew into those scales. Oh my god. She looks so badass. Look at her. Are you as confused as I am? More so! Indeed, Trav, indeed. You spot Annie playing darts with a bunch of other soldiers. She throws a dart and it lands clear in the middle of a faceless's, well, head isn't the right word, but the soldiers all cheer and clap her on the back. She breaks away from the group and slings an arm over your shoulder. Did you see that, Mayra? Yep, we sure did, Annie. I call her Annie because I cannot consistently say her name. I can do it on occasion. It's just a word I struggle with. It's, you know, very Latin to me. Vase looks exasperated by your presence. Hey, it's Rex's little buddy, he says, scowling. Get out of here before I have to send him a message about how I don't want his little gang of dickwits stinking up my garrison. He cracks his knuckles. You're not gonna like my choice of medium. Look, you look like a fucking badass. You are also an asshole. I don't care why. Right now, I just want to deck you again, but I don't want to get combat 80 or greater to do it. So, moving on. We just got their glow up. All of their glow up, so I'm like going through the thing. Alright, we want to max out reasoning, which means going to engineering, I believe, and doing that stuff. Tutoring. Yeah, reasoning and empathy and friendship with Nami Nami, which is awesome because we're not friends enough with Nami and we like them. Yes, he is a hot asshole. Apparently, it is heartbreaking to find out why he is an asshole and that he is the product of a very bad parental cycle, unfortunately. But, like, in my playthrough, I'm not going to make friends with him enough to care. So, you will find that we pick on him a lot in my chat because he's such a dick. Yeah, yeah. I know, Reed. I've been spoiled on that because I'm not gonna find it out this playthrough, but yeah. Everyone has augments, by the way. We don't know all of them. Like, we don't know her augment. But like, no, we don't know Cal's augment. Whose augment do we know? Like, Tangent's augment is reduced sleep, so she needs like 4 hours of sleep a day at best. And yeah, I mean, it's obvious Annie's augment has to do with her scales, but like what it actually is, I don't know. And then, you know, let's see, we know Rex's augment is his doggy ears. He's really cute. But yeah, as you can see, I don't know a lot about everybody. Like, I don't know Dis's augment. I don't know Nami's augment. Her full name is Nomination. I barely know anything about her, but they are, or I should say, they, them. They are they, them. Yeah. And then I don't know his augment. It's just been spoiled to me, but he is an asshole. He likes cake. An asshole who likes cake. He is a reason, he has a reason for being what he is, still a horrendous person. Exactly. So yeah, I actually have 2 augments, but like, it doesn't tell you precisely what they are in here, and I feel like that is a disservice to me, because I'm apparently a fast learner and I stay calm when others get frazzled. Those are directly linked to what my augments are. To find out what they actually are, I have to go into my collectibles. I have, my first augment was Absorbent Brain. That's technically what my augment is called. And then my second augment was Calm Temperament. So I have cards that tell you what my augments are, but I don't have like that stated in my bio necessarily, which is weird. But I do have really cool character art, so, you know. Dis's one has been mentioned but not recognized. It's obvious once you know it. Yeah. I will not be surprised by it, Trav. It's just I haven't found the event that tells me what it is. So, let's tutor children, shall we? Oh, look at this cutie! Nougat! That's adorable. Today, you're tutoring Nougat and a couple of younger kids in ancient Earth geography. They're learning the names of the countries by pointing to them on maps and saying a few facts about them. It seems kind of pointless to memorize places that these kids will never see, but it's not like you can teach them much about Vertumnan geography yet. You're still discovering it.
Billions of people?
Nougat says, skeptically squinting at a hollow projection of Earth.
How do they fit everyone into one little planet with all the trees and animals and stuff? Was it like one big colony?
Okay, so we can tell her the sad truth and get a card, a mental card. We could make it sound idyllic and get a social card. Or we can dodge the question. No. No, we're gonna tell her the sad truth because it will make a lot more sense why we are in a colony on Vertumna instead. Rebellion. You give Nougat the little kid version of the truth that you learned as a kid. You tell her life on Earth was brutal and hard. Humanity destroyed the environment and fought over what was left. There were no trees or animals left, not as many as there should have been anyway. Most people were poor, hungry, and sick, and the ones who weren't kept all the nice things for themselves. At least your parents were lucky to escape on the stratospheric, and you were lucky to be born on it. You're all lucky to be here now. No matter what, at least Vertumna isn't Earth. Nougat looks bewildered. She doesn't really watch holovids, only the cheerful ones for kids that don't address Earth's decline, so she had no idea.
But they still had really, really tall buildings, right? To fit all the people?
She asks. You sigh and tell her they did, and she nods in satisfaction and goes to her schoolwork. And now it is time for the card game. Alright. I get all of my mental blue cards get an extra point, so this is base value 8, but it's bumped to a 9, and 3 bonus for straights. Let's see, I have a 6, a 5, but this will turn this 4 into a 5. No, it won't. It turns into a 6. Okay. Okay. So, actually, a 4. But I don't have a 3. This becomes a 5. Yeah, that's not what I want. Okay. Let's try this a different way. 9. I only have 1 gem card. But I can do 6, 5, 4, which is a straight. I could also put this over here and do this. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. No, I got 4, 5, 6. This one becomes a 5, unfortunately. Well, actually, you're right. It stays a 4 in this configuration. Yeah, no, you were right. So I got the extra 3 from the battle condition. I got the extra 1 from the hot buy gear. I got a flesh 5 for plus 10, and I super gold the crap out of this thing. Plus the plus 5, 2 challenges period from the Sun Medallion. So I got lots of buffs. I've got very good gear. It's very good. We win. And because we super gold it, we get extra reasoning skill. That's why I super goal it rather than try to meet the goal, which would give us extra kudos, which we aren't spending anyway, so it does not matter to us. But yes. Excellent. We also get a point of empathy. And friendship. It's your 17th birthday! But it's not just your birthday. Quiet is a time of new growth, a celebration of life and hope, and not for just this year, but for humanity's presence on Vertumna for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope. Quite literally, you are the future of humanity. As you're all beginning to take your places as adults in the colony, the council's decided to throw a party in your honor. A Vertumnan youth ball. Mars is organizing it, of course. You get an embossed invitation on real paper slipped under your door. I guess I could go. Potty, potty, potty. Nope, dancing is for dweebs. It's definitely not dancing is for dweebs. But are we like, yeah, I suppose? Or are we all in? That is the question. I'm happy to hear opinions from all and sundry in my chat, but I am a lurk-friendly stream, so if you are here lurking about and just chilling, you are welcome to not respond. All things are optional. I'm just glad you're here. So. I guess I could go seems apt. Reed is like, let's party. Guess you could go and do the wallflower thing with Tang. It's fair. I don't actually know what mechanically all these will do. I mean, I'm sure this is like skip out, but like, I like more people than just Tangent. Like, I have decently strong friendship with Cal and with Dis, and even with Mars and Rex. Like, as much as I have my heart personally as a person, not in the game, on Tangent in this run through, I don't have to necessarily decide that Tangent is the one and only. So It's just a random pick for me. Gasp. I'm gonna go all in and party. Like, are you kidding? Let's party with Rex and others. The wallflowers will likely be Tangent and Cal, just because he's too laid back. I have a feeling everybody else will be pretty into it. Vase will hold court in a corner. He won't, because that's what he do, but, you know, we don't care about him. And I feel sorry for Annie that she's into him. So we're gonna party. Ah, apparently that's a loyalty thing. You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate. Well, yourselves, and yourself specifically. It is your birthday after all. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of nanoprinter creds. Which are, kudos. Your friends are transformed too. Everyone has dressed up and looking like the young adults you've become. You can hardly recognize some of them. Mars catches your eye and waves, her bangles jingling joyfully. She looks like a model from her holomags, every inch of her print, painted, and perfumed. Mayron, happy birthday. I'm glad you can make it, she says over the steady thrum of the music. Drinks are over there. Make your song requests to congruence and take off your shoes. She looks down at your boots, then back up at Mars skeptically. I'm sorry. You look down at your boots and back up at Mars skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Suck hop, just like Earth, duh. Let's party with Rex. I may be biased, but that sounds like a great idea. Yes, Blake, look at the boys. Look at these two. They have become good friends, and damn. Reed, enjoy the eye candy. At the refreshment table, Cal is stuffing his face with party food, and Rex shoves 2 glasses of punch into your hands. Gotta stay hydrated, he says, pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another. He winks at you. Now, they looked really boyishly cute for most of this game, but their glow-up is very nice. Don't let them fool you, Tangent mutters, joining you. She smears a glob of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It's a well-documented pheromone that people inexperienced with imbibing alcohol will begin to act as if they're drunk, even if they're completely sober. To Rex, she adds, I mean, of course, that I am not going to suffer any bad behavior. Rex grins as he pulls a flask out of his vest and pours a healthy addition into his glass. Who says it's gonna be an act? Let's get a little loose. Come on, it's a party. The music changes to something with a fast pounding beat. Rex throws his head back and howls, Woo! It's time to dance! Such a ridiculous. Do we dance? Or do we just hang? Are we a dancer? Or are we a wallflower? What are we at, you guys? What are we at? I want opinions. I know what I am in real life. You dance like mad? Damn it, Trav. How is it that you know me so well? You look like a rock star, you dance? I actually took dance classes for like almost a decade in real life. Granted, it was like ballet and tap and contemporary, but still. I dance. We gonna party. So here are the dancers, clearly. Are we surprised about Annie? No. Are we surprised about Dace? A little bit. I'd say I'm surprised that he would be on the dance floor and not just like holding court in a corner. Dance with the hot guys or just watch them dance, maybe with each other? You can play a dude in this game, Reed, and flirt with these exact same people, so... I'm not. He's showing off. Oh, he's definitely showing off. To who? We don't know. Not us. I like your opinions. So do I. Reed's fun. You, Rex, and Mars take to the dance floor. After a while, Annie follows, pulling Vase behind her. Oh, that poor girl. You all dance until it feels like your heart is going to burst from excitement or from exertion and from the sheer joy of throwing yourself around the room with your friends. Nami, who's playing DJ with congruence, spins up something a lot slower, more romantic.
Grab a partner and pull them in close, they announce dreamily, or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with.
Yeah, Nami, they, them, arrow ace, queen. Well, monarch, ruler, arrow ace ruler, monarch. She looks well, they look like kind of like a butterfly in that getup. Everyone giggles awkwardly and shuffles around, feeling the intangible friction of teenage politics. Who dances with whom? Who makes the first move? Do we talk to Cal, our childhood bestie? Do we look for Tangent, my one true love? Is Dist even here? Or do we just hang out and watch? Look, these are the people that I have flirted enough with that I have a chance with. And Reed hasn't even seen Dis, so unless they're called base. That would mean money to get the game, lulz. To everyone, it's establishing dominance over the lessers. I mean, I like hot guys, so only option is to watch them or join them. I also like hot guys. Nothing wrong with that. They are the best. Unless they're called base. You gotta go Tangent. I saw the small pic when you were looking at augments. That is all. Yeah, you saw this. And it, I mean, there, now you've seen him in all of his glory. He is our resident emo boy who went total, like, cyberpunk on his glow up. It's pretty awesome. I gotta go Tangent, Plague. Dance with Cal, best option. It does say dance with Tangent. It doesn't say dance with Tangent. It says look for her. I wish his outfit had more purple instead of red. I do too, but Tangent is the one who went purple. That Tangent is her identical twin, who is trans. She decided when she was younger that she was a she/her and not a he/him. So, Tangent is awesome. I'm sorry, you guys. Tangent is my one true love in this playthrough, and I need to pull her onto the dance floor and slow dance with her, regardless of what she wants. But see, she's purple. Tangent is already shaking her head as you approach her for a dance. Absolutely not, she says. I'm not going anywhere near that sweaty mess. Well, she didn't say she wouldn't dance. I'm already maxed out with her. She resists you tugging her into a slow dancing position, but relaxes when she realizes you don't intend to take her away from the safety of the refreshment table. She dances with you a little mechanically, her nose turning more pink as the song goes on, and drops her arms immediately when it's done. You follow her gaze to the dance floor, where Annie and Vase seem to have skipped dancing and gone straight to sucking face. Tanja's lips curl. Ugh, thank you for not expecting me to do that. We all know that she wants to upload her mind into being an AI construct in the end. We just love her for being absolutely fantastimagical. Thank you for the lurk, PP. Appreciate you. After the slow songs, Nami spins Congruence's music library into something with a little more bounce to it. The dance floor once more floods with bodies ready to gyrate the night away. Oh no. Oh god. Not you. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Governor Lum's here speak, hijacking the feed. He strides to the stage, flanked by Security Chief Rhett. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison at having some buzzkill adult stop the music, but Lum just raises his hands and smiles indulgently. We do not like this man. He is a waste of a good chest window. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, I get why she wants it too, Plague, but, like, I loves her. Look at all of you, he says. Young pioneers! I look at you and I see the future. Not just of this colony, but of all humanity. You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this before. Rhett here, good man, a real good man, really the best of the colony, shared this poem from a great earth poet, Lum continues. Now, I'm not one for poetry myself, but damn if it's not something I want to share with you kids tonight on the eve of something really big. He clears his throat and reads from his hollow palm. We cannot tarry here, we must bear the brunt of danger. We, the youthful, sinewy races, all the rest on us depend. Down the edges, through the passes, up the mountains steep, conquering, holding, daring, venturing as we go the unknown ways. Pioneers, oh pioneers. We, primeval forests felling, we, the rivers stemming, vexing we and piercing deep the mines within. We, the surface broad surveying, we, the virgin soil upheaving, pioneers, oh pioneers. I believe this is actually a famous poem. I don't remember by who. I'm sure somebody can find it easily on the internet. But grumble and hiss for sure. We could applaud politely because we are polite. We are very not rebellious, after all. We could silently mouth the word boring. Or we could grumble and hiss because this is bullshit and we do agree with Dis on this in this regard. He is trying to inspire us to be the army that conquers this planet. We are but one small colony on an alien planet. Like, are you for real, dude? Sounds like bad propaganda. Pioneers, oh pioneers by Walt Whitman. Thank you, Trav, for being my Google Foo master. Ah, the rebellion, yes. So rebellious are we. Rhett looks a little pained, but Lum continues. What do you think that poem means, kids? He asks. Does it mean that we should sit here in our colony, politely waiting for this planet to make space for us? He clenches his fist evocatively in the air. No, he exclaims. It means we need to get out of there. We need to grab Vertumnan by the balls and make it respect us. God, sounds like a particular president. No comments further than that. He points to you, specifically. I need you, the next generation, to lead the charge. This is your planet, and you're old enough now to defend it. I'm asking all eligible fighters to join squads massing at expeditions, to get out there and attack those monsters where they live. We're taking the fight to them, no more hiding behind our walls. To your left, Vase and Annie lead the cheering that erupts. Lum and Rhett leave and the music spins back up again, but only a few die-hard partygoers still want to dance. Everyone else has broken into small groups to discuss the announcement. Are we excited? Cautiously optimistic. Scared. Angry. Trying not to think about it. It means, I'm so glad that the Civil War is over. Let's all scatter and look for something else to do. Plague, you have every right to be angry. Scared is also a valid, a valid way of looking at things, because Lum is definitely trying to be the conquering hero, and the thing about conquerors is that every empire falls. Usually explosively. This has happened in history time and time again. No optimism in sight. Yeah. Angry and scared are also a valid combination, but I can only choose one. Excited? Absolutely not. Cautiously optimistic? Absolutely not. Trying not to think about it? It is literally all we can think about right now. Scared or angry is really the only two valid options for at least a me. Angry is proactive. Scared is more the opposite of proactive. Reactionary. Um, to be angry is motivation to do something about it. To be scared is reaction in the horror of what has just been said or implied, really. He didn't. I mean, he did kind of outright say, "We are going to go conquer the planet," but like, he was implying that it was our job to do so, which just means that it is our job to be the front lines that get mowed down by the planet, really. Um, I'm gonna go with scared because I'm intelligent enough to know that his propaganda-ing is terrifying. I have come to pet Hopeyes and kick Lum's ass, and I'm all out of Hopeyes. Good, Raptor, because down with Lum is kind of our bag right now. Everyone is chatting excitedly, or angrily, but you can barely speak. Your stomach is a cold pit of fear and your hands are clammy. You know tonight is about becoming an adult, but you're still just a kid. You aren't ready to go to war, not against nature or the planet or anything. The party fizzles out as everyone drifts away from the lounge. You return to your empty quarters, your birthday forgotten. You've always been told the colony was safe. Now, you know that time is over. Early quiet and our birthday leads to mid quiet and nobody else's birthday. Nobody has a birthday in quiet but us. Yeah. Tanja's sitting before an array of hollow screens, all showing different graphs. Making decisions based on the mistakes of the humans we purposefully left behind on Earth is foolishness, she says between bites of her protein bar. We may as well ask the stars for guidance like astrologers. No, I will not be taking questions at this time. She's not wrong. Making the mistakes of our ancestors never really got us anywhere but in the shitty place our ancestors ended up. We just got the same thing that we got last time, so nothing new for Nami. Rex, what's going on, buddy? A snowball lands right between your shoulder blades, followed by another one zipping over your head. When you turn, Rex is laughing as he scoops up more spark snow. Got you! Hey, we reached our follower goal. Let's go. Thank you, Broccoli of Dawn, for following. Welcome in. Your voice acting here is absolutely stunning. Thank you. I am very much an amateur when it comes to voice acting. I do try to at least give every character a little bit of a different voice, and after 4 days straight of doing it in a week, my voice goes into major decline. But I'm not a pro, so I appreciate the compliment, even as I am flustered by it, because I'm easily flustered. Aren't late teen versions of everyone so cute here? And great and lovable, and oh my god, I love the game! Raptor, you're adorable. Thank you for the hydrate. Ad starts in about a minute for those that this is relevant to. There are 2 ways around the ads on my channel. Twitch Turbo, if you follow a bunch of streamers, the ads still count for your streamers, but they do not get seen. Or subscribing directly, which helps them out even more. Both are just optional, of course. I'm all about options here, so whatever it is that you would like to do. But I appreciate everyone being here, lurking or otherwise. You guys, you got me blushing now. My voice is just my voice. Come on, I try. I'm not a great voice actor. I'm no Marisha Ray or anything, but you know, I try. I'm coming in for another hug, Rex. I need my hugs after Lum's bullshit yesterday. Rex meets your hug with just as much enthusiasm as before, lifting you off your feet. God, I love his hugs. Everyone loves his hugs. Who doesn't love hugs? People who are touch adverse. And I feel a great deal of sorrow that they miss out on something so wonderful. But if you're touch adverse, what can you do about it? I hope that they find other means of comfort, is all I can say about that. Alright, so that's them. Let's go say hi to Mars. Is she right here? Why should I care for nature? Mars asks, flipping her hair over her shoulders. The only thing nature has ever done is kill my people. I refuse to be held hostage by a planet that doesn't want us here. She smiles, though her overall expression is dangerous. If nature wants to kill us, it's only fair we try to kill it back. Wow, Mars. Okay. She doesn't necessarily want to kill the whole world. She just wants to, you know, be able to have a reasonable reaction to something killing her. I mean, that's fair. Vase doesn't love hugs. Of course Vase doesn't love hugs. Vase doesn't love. There's not a loving bone in that body. It's a nice voice, a streamer voice. I mean, I am a streamer. This is my job. I'm not even gonna touch Plague's pretty comment because stop. I am touch adverse, but only if it was done out of nowhere and without agreement. Being touched out of nowhere makes me incredibly angry and confused, but I love a good hug when it has been agreed upon. Look, consent is key in all types of interaction. Relationships, you know. Like, I understand that there are, in some cases, a necessity for a touch that was not, invited, or initiated, or agreed upon. And most of those are emergency situations only where somebody's life is on the line. But, like, yeah. There's a certain level of, like, implied consent in spaces that can be argued over. But really, like, you know, consent in all things is your best bet. Just in general. Vase would absolutely hug animals just so he can crush their rib cages and break them personally. That's not a hug, Raptor. That is not a hug. I love hugs from a handful of people. I also need to be ready for them. Only Riley can hug me whenever he wants. I mean, that's fair. You and Riley are like two peas in a pod, so yes. Well, yeah, but Rex would respect the consent issue, Plague. Like, he doesn't hug people out of nowhere. He's like, you want a hug? And then he hugs you like you're the center of the universe. Like, that's just how Rex is. Speak for yourself. I hugged my bestie hard enough to break him. Yes, but he's not... Your bestie isn't actually dead, Raptor, so that's the difference between you and Vase. That is the difference. Alright, it's a new year. I have to buy a new cake. For you-know-who. I do one nice thing a year for people. On their birthday. Because I'm a shitty friend, apparently. So cute. We've had this one before. If you want to hear how I read this one in Dis's voice, my voice for Dis, I should say, as inconsistent as it is, the playlist is on YouTube. Just saying. But we've had this. We've read this one before, and I must save my voice as much as I can. Reading them all over and over again might destroy me. Cal, babe, honey, sweetheart, hi. Cal is taking a break in the shelter of the geoponics dome. As you approach, you see him tossing crumbs from his lunch into an area of uncleared scrub. And as you get closer, still, you recognize the glinting of a Hopeye's iconic 4 eyes. Shh, Cal says, holding his fingers to his lip. This one's got a little clutch of baby hop kitties somewhere. I've almost got her trussed so she'll show me back to her nest, and then I can move them outside the walls. Oh, Cal, you're such a sweetie. He's a pacifist. We love him. Plague, he's just you in another reality. Let's be honest. He absolutely needs a friend, but you know, Vase. Fuck off, you asshole. Yes, we cuss here. Annie! Just saying hi, Annie. I will continue calling you Annie until the day that we both have died. Have you seen my delinquent brother? Tang asks, already agitated. He was supposed to appear for his vaccinations before leaving on expedition again. Dr. Instance messaged me like I am his keeper or some such nonsense. She sighs and pinches the bridge of her nose. I am done minding him. If he wants to cough up flower petals for 3 weeks or whatever else you mind is out there, just waiting to infect us, he's welcome to muck around and find out. This is very much a he-him. He's a he-him. He's a twink he-him, but he's a he-him. Tangent, on the other hand, she-her. Do I have extra flowers? I do. My girl, here you are. I hope you find it useful. I would take the flirt option, but we know it never goes in my favor. All right, we've talked to everybody, so it is time to get to work. Tutor the children, please, so I can max out reasoning for really reals. You hear the scuttling of metallic legs. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts into your engineering lab, going full tilt on its 6 spidery legs. It slams into a wall hard enough to knock itself down. Seems to be having trouble getting back up again and is flailing its metal legs around dangerously. No, we're gonna fix that because I have engineering already maxed. Hey, Congruence. Oh, Mayron, thank you, Congruence says, wheeling in on her portable screen. I was running diagnostics on the little fellow when it broke away and made a run for it. I really need someone to be my hands here, she continues. Everything else used to be easier with Hal around. I miss him. She's an AI, by the way. Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat, but you get the distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. If you want to come help me in the robotics lab, just come down anytime. Yay, I can go help. I have unlocked a new job. Cool. Alright, let's see. +3 bonus to pairs. We want pairs. Alright, well here's a 6. Here is a 4. Here is another 4. I would love it. Okay, we can do 2 6s. Hold on. Move the 4s over. This becomes a 6 as soon as that goes. So we do have a pair here. Not what I'm looking for though. Oh, this became a 5. That is why. But if I do this, that becomes a straight. Not the best we can do. I want the de-stress though. Like, I want it. +2 for each gem on other cards. No. There we go. Closer. I know what it wants me to do. I'm not going to tangent more than my brain already has. I need to be able to work. I don't know what to tell you, Reed. I'm going to be a distraction, I think. I'm sad. I was hoping this coffee I got would be awesome since the flavors seem like they'd be good. Taste like crap. Vanilla lavender latte. Probably Raptor bad beans. vanilla lavender as a flavor is a sort of earthy floral flavor. The vanilla will bring out the lavender flavor more than you will taste the vanilla. But I guarantee you that it is probably overly burnt beans that is the problem with that particular latte flavor combo. Does a triple count as a pair? Yes. So any kind of run of the same number is considered to be a pair by this particular game. So it's not so much a pair as in two numbers that are the same. It is any run of the same number is considered to be a pair. So yes, the triple sixes count. I could do triple sixes and double fives is the thing, but I want the de-stress, so I may not super gold this. Smells fantastic, just tastes like a bit blob of bitter. Yeah, you absolutely are tasting the burnt beans, Raptor. It is the beans that are the problem. If you got that from Starbucks, that might be the reason why. The only way to overcome that would be to add enough vanilla to overcome the bitterness of the beans. Unfortunately, unless you have good coffee, like good coffee beans, it all comes out tasting like crap. But vanilla lavender lattes can be amazing, or they will taste like shit if the beans are shit. That is, there's no in between. Believe me, I know. I'm a coffee girl. Worked in coffee, etc. I mean, thinking about he, him, emo, king, femboys all is making me think about Riley dressed up like that. Look, if you want Riley to cosplay as Dis, I guarantee you there's definitely some art on the internet that could help. Well, it was worth a shot. Energy drink still reigns supreme for me. Yeah. I don't, yeah. Like, find a better coffee house, I guess, Raptor. I don't really want to do this, but, like, here we go. Because, like, what it wants me to do is this. Oh, but we can't. Because 4s. The gem card really does make the 6s. That's how you super cool it. I see. I figured it out. I figured it out. And I still get the de-stress. Cool. Okay. That's what I wanted. That's what I cared about. So reasoning will say that it's at 100 because I have it boosted, but yeah. Done. Mid-quiet becomes late quiet. We are in winter season, essentially. That's what the quiet season is, and why it is spark snow. Yes. Your chief engineer instance is your mother from who is not biologically related to you. I understand. Your mother figure, as it were. Rex? Rex is staring across the colony at the garrison, watching the soldiers go through their drills. Not so sure about this war, he says, scowling. Seems a little bit like a bunch of big dick soldiers got it in their heads to start killing things just because they don't look human enough. He sniffs in derision. I'm more human than they are, and I'm part dog. Well, I'm coming in for another hug. Aw, thank you. I also actually do have a mushwood log for you, so here you go. Yep. Nothing a dog likes more than a stick, right? Such a goof. Mommy! Literally always getting the pretend they don't notice me thing. Interesting. It's either a relationship threshold or they just didn't write a lot for Nami. I think it's probably a relationship threshold on my part. Rex is so right. Rex is always right. It's big dick energy, meaning they have small dicks. Yes, absolutely. They are absolutely compensating for something, Reed. Or at least Governor Lum is. I always love late teen Rex. As League of Legends put it, a broken clock is right twice a day. Every king deserves a crop top. I mean, he's got abs for days. He's on the construction crew. Like, let's be real. He doesn't dress in a lot because constructing things is hot work. I mean it in every connotation. You see Mars reclining with her feet in a bowl of water, colorful gloop on her face, and slices of dust melon on her eyes. She lifts the dust melon off one of her eyes as you approach. I could identify the clomping of your horrible boots while fast asleep, darling. Are you still running around everywhere? It sounds exhausting. It's important to take care of yourself. She settles the dust melon slice back on her eyes and smiles. You should take notes. Sure, Mars. Thanks. I guess. I feel like everyone's gone insane, Dis says, looking around at the increased activity outside the walls. It's not just me, you can see that, right? This planet is bigger and older than we can even imagine. If we act aggressive, it's just going to smack us down even harder. Dis spreads his hands. No one is listening. We have to listen to the planet. We absolutely do, Dis. I haven't gone out on an expedition for a hot second, and I am running out of collectibles, so I might have to do that soon. Maybe not this season, though. Cal and Rex are hanging out in the garden gazebo. You can hear their laughter echo through the garden long before you see them. Hey, Marin, Cal calls out to you, and Rex lifts his hand in a jaunty wave. Rex told me he wanted my help burying his bone in the garden, but when we got here, he said he must have forgot it back in his room. Can you believe it? Rex shoot you a long-suffering look and rolls his eyes. Oh, Rex tried to shoot his shot, and Cal was just so oblivious. Rex is into everybody, by the way. I mean, not Vase, obviously. Those two are rivals, but Rex is, like, into everybody. He was also our first kiss. Rex being into everyone is a vibe. He's so poly, it's cute. Alright. Let's go back to maxing out reasoning. Hey, asshole. I don't know why he's even attempting to be helpful there. He's very hot and cold. Annie is smiling at her holopalm and waves away a holo message as you approach. I don't think I've ever talked to anyone as much as I talk to Vase. I feel like I can talk to him about anything, you know? Oh, girl. Oh, girl. One of these runs, I am definitely going to save her from herself. Okay, so Repair Robots gives us engineering and creativity. Neither of which we're interested in, so I'm just gonna tutor children some more. She does, yes. Rex is amazing. Plague Doctor could tell you. And he's got dickwad fever. He does. She absolutely does. I mean, like, she sees a side of him that we don't currently in this playthrough. So, like, if we were more friends with him, then maybe we would see it too. But we do not. He's just a dick all the time. I am the resident Rex lover. I mean, we all are, but me especially, yes. Plague is Rex. Plague has Rex fever. Nami needs help studying for their physics class. They have this idea that they want to be an engineer when they grow up because they like robots and holograms, but they're having trouble actually learning any engineering. Nami pulls up a practice test on their holopalm. The Earth textbooks are full of this kind of dull rote learning, useful only for finding gaps in your knowledge. For Nami, though, that gap seems to be everything.
Oh, I'm hopeless at this, they exclaim, tugging on the ends of their asymmetrical haircut. There's just so many numbers and formulas. I didn't know there was going to be so much math and engineering. I have to figure out what I'm going to do for my project, they continue. I want to code a chatbot, Mayrin, next week. How do I get from here to there? Let's take a look at this test. Ooh, the Keep Between Rounds card. I do like that card. Yes, Plague is a person. That's what they are. They are a person. Plague, you absolutely are him for your dedication and love to Rex. I don't know about that. I could see girls being just as a she/her being just as into Rex. Only 20% correct. Oh no. Some of the answers are embarrassingly super wrong, too. Nami's final project is due next week, and you have to crunch a whole course load of info into their head and leave them enough time to write their bot. Can you do it? No problem. I'm a genius. Rex is definitely a dog with a bone, that's for sure. Nami doesn't have a head for numbers, but they can take anything and turn it into a story. So you just have to apply that to the study of engineering. You encourage them to think of it in a different way. Yes, there's a lot of rote memorization at first, but once you understand the basics, engineering is all about creative thinking, which I agree with. Like, there's definitely some structure to engineering, but if you follow Mark Rober on YouTube, you know that there's a lot of creativity in engineering as well. So it's all about problem solving in a way that most people don't think. We can do it. We're going to upload Tang into Nami's head. That would solve the problem. Absolutely, Trav. I would love to play D&D with that man. Add Nami to the session, whether a player or the DM. They have the best creativity ever. I don't think Nami has the head to DM. I absolutely believe that Nami would make an excellent character, though. And would be an absolute amazing player. Like, they would definitely add to a D&D group. You teach Nami how these practice tests are built like a story. There are clues in the questions that can help you solve them. Reading ahead can give you hints to the answers of earlier questions. With that and a few memnomics, Nami starts getting better results on their practice tests. Thanks for helping, Mayrin, they say. Let's be honest, though. I'm doing okay on these practice tests, but being able to pass one standardized test doesn't mean I'll be a good engineer. You protest that this toolbox of skills will help them with any engineering problem, but they just shrug and smile. I'm gonna try some other things, they say. Maybe there's something I'm naturally good at. Have you tried the arts and crafts table? At the very least, she came to the realization on her own. Well, this isn't gonna add to this challenge because this is a mental challenge. We got Robo Power here. We also have Science Fair Champion, because I've got a bunch of those. Here's another 6. 5. 4. I don't have anything that does things with gem cards, so... This is already super goaling it. Like... We've got a straight, which gets a bonus here from the battle condition. We've got a bump for the 3 of a kind, and we have 2 flushes, so it's all good. I win. I get extra reasoning and some empathy. So. Good, good, good. Late quiet turns into early pollen. It is now spring. Early pollen is somebody's birthday. No, he's late dust. Annie is early dust. Tangent and Dis are both wet. Late wet. Mars is early wet. Tammy is dead. Early pollen. Rex. I don't have a stick for him. I gave it to him earlier. It is Rex's birthday. Rex would play a bard or a sorcerer like a champ. I don't know. Rex might surprise you. I think he would probably play barbarian just to laugh the whole time. It's Rex. Give him cake. Rex likes cake too. Everyone except Dis loves birthday cake. I mean, he just wants to bone. Give him that. I would read, but I don't know if that option is available yet. He loves cake on birthdays only. All right. Well, I have cake, and then I will have to buy another cake. It's not like I can't afford it. So, Tange wants something, though. What's up, Tange? Oh, boy. Tangent, you bump into Tangent after a routine checkup in medbay. Mayrin, could you wait a moment? I'm almost done. Let's walk out together. Dr. Instance gives you a curious look as Tange hurries to catch up to you, but goes back to her work. You wonder if Tange needs something from you or just wants to hang out. Lately, it seems like she has less time for her friends, preferring to work late in the lab. Maybe she's lonely. Ah, nice weather we're having, Tange says as you walk outside. You look around. It seems pretty normal for the season. Damn. Barbarian for not needing clothes, 100%. I can see that. Yeah. Sadly, you can't just walk up to Rex and ask to bone on a whim. I know, disappointing. And yes, he would show up in what his barbarian would be wearing in game. Yes, he... See, the thing is, though, is Nami would be the one who made the costume, but he would wear it with his chest out proudly. Absolutely. Tange is no good at small talk. Not that I am, but still. She clears her throat. It's so different here than it was in space, she says. Growing up in a spaceship was so clean and tidy. Here I'm constantly sweeping pollen or dust or spores or what have you off everything. There was a mushroom growing in the corner of the bathroom the other day. Yeah, it's gross here. Look, our parents were plant people, so we kind of like it. Thank you for the hydrate. I literally just hydrated. I appreciate you, though. Tange is a neat freak. She'd prefer you to agree with her if this is what I think it is. I'm absolutely gonna agree with her, but like, for those of you who haven't been here from the beginning, both of our parents were gardeners. So, yeah, it's gross here. Right? Tange says, her eyes wide. Everything is just growing all the time, everywhere, with no plan? I hate even thinking about it. You walk for a few minutes. Tange clearly has something on her mind, so you let her sit with it until she finally steels herself. I'm not very good at this sort of thing, she says slowly. So, you know I've been working on a big project with the chief engineer. Yeah? You nod, and she continues. Well, it's been going really well. I think we're finally over the last hurdle now. Governor Lum says it's going to change everything here in the colony for the better. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Plague. I was not able to save our dad. Tange seems more at ease than you've seen her in years. Truly, I couldn't have done it without you, Tange says, a slight smile warming her usually expressionless face. I know I can be a hard person to be around, but I appreciate everything you've done for me. And ultimately, for the colony and all of humanity. What's really going on? Happy to help, or... Will this actually work? Fuck, I don't know what the right answer is, and I don't want to screw it up. Oh, you have helped her enough, I see. Make that move, queen. Look, if she turns me down, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Like, I thought I was gonna go after Cal this whole time, because I picked him as my friend in the very beginning of the game, but, like, Tangent became my world, and, ugh. I will be heartbroken if this move fails. But you know I love to flirt. You know I love to flirt. Like, fuck. But we have maxed out our friendship with Tangent, like, so much. Here goes nothing, guys. If this ends in heartbreak, know that I will be crying. You and Tangent find yourselves alone on the path from engineering to the quarters wing. You edge closer to Tangent as you walk. She doesn't seem to notice and moves away, maintaining the distance between you. This answer, not gonna affect her at all. She does not care. She's not into her own biology. Like, it's more correct now that she's a girl, but she's still not into it. This, I think, might scare her off. We're a good team. Let's make it official. Yes, yes, yes. This is, like, literally the only answer that will help us. And awkwardly giving up, like, no, she's my queen. This is not a vote for you guys. Like, you can give me your opinion, but I get to push all the buttons. So, usually I don't like making decisions, but I've been making all the decisions in this game. Let's make it official, Tange. I cannot live without you. You propose a formal amorous partnership between you, the way one might propose a scientific thesis. It would have mutually beneficial advantages, you tell her, and Tange stops in her tracks. I don't know what to say, she says slowly. We smitten. She gives you a considering look. You're not the first person to suggest a partnership, but I must admit you're the first who piques my interest in return. You know what? Yes, she says. She decides. You're entirely right. I like you, you like me. There's nothing stop us from pursuing a relationship. Asking if she wants to make out with all the grossness of saliva? No, she's not gonna. This is the wrong answer. Asking her what she would like in our relationship? Absolutely the correct answer. Yes, started dating Tangent. My love, my heart. I didn't get shot down. Yes. I got him. I got him. Sorry, Rex. You're adorable, but no, this woman is my queen. Thank you. If only I could do this in real life. How should we begin? Tange smiles, a real one, showing her teeth. Oh, Mayrin, if you like me, surely you expect nothing less than a completely rational response that takes into account both our feelings and our situation? Well, yes, I expect nothing less. Tange slips her hand into yours and steps close. Will you kiss me now, or shall I kiss you? You lean in and press your mouths together. Tange's lips are a little dry, and she smiles when you kind of stick together. Almost acceptable, she teases, licking her lips. She brings her hand to your face and guides you together again into a kiss that's much better than the first. Tange is a better kisser than you expected. Confident, unashamed, and methodical. You kiss until she tires of it, pulling away and touching her lips with a slight smile. I'm looking forward to continuing this train of thought, she says. Look, Rex may have been our first kiss, but Tangent is better than him at kissing. She's thorough, you guys. Rex is cute, but he is way into wanting to bone everything. I think Rex would love that you were dating Tangent. He just wants everyone to find love and be happy. I think he would be ecstatic for us, honestly. Ooh. And there's more. And there's more. Yes. Yes. Tang is working late in the lab this evening, as usual. What's unusual, though, is the smile that brightens her face when she looks up from her microscope and sees you. Mayrin! Oh, I'm glad you're here. I was just... No, actually, why don't you come over and see for yourself? You take a look through her microscope. Look at the shape of the spores, Tang says. I've only seen this once before, when we were studying the shimmer fungus, but this fungus isn't any of the ones we've identified as capable of spreading the shimmer. Yes, Winter Fairy, if I could right now, I would be doing exactly the same. Kicking my feet and giggling like a ridiculous, smitten girl. I respectfully disagree that Tangent is a better kisser, but I'm happy for you. You can agree to disagree, Plague. You're still wrong. Now, that isn't to say that Rex is a bad kisser. He's absolutely a good kisser. But he's not Tangent, with her laser focus and her and her drive for perfection. I'm just saying. She pushes you aside and looks through the microscope again, then makes more notes on her HoloLens. Just when I think we've got an understanding of something, Mayrin, this could change everything. If more species are capable of spreading the spores, then the shimmer response is more widespread than we'd previously thought, possibly even a planet-wide phenomenon. Oh, it's like they have a hive mind or something. Tang looks positively energized. Because it's a new species, I get to submit a suggestion for its name. What do you think? Should I name it after you? What? My girlfriend wants to name something after me? I'd be honored. Are you kidding? Love of my life? Ruler of my heart? Hello? Queen. Yes, please. I will not argue with you about who is better because I know I'm going to get too far into it. Oh, Plague. I will happily agree to disagree with you. Everyone's mileage may vary on what their opinion is on a certain person's kissing ability in this game. That's all I'm saying. Tang smiles and inputs your name into her hollow eye. With a slight gesture of her hand, Tang's hollow eye turns off. She sighs, then rubs her thumb and index finger over her eyes. It's even later than usual for me, isn't it? Time to pack up and get going before the sanitation team arrives in the morning. She yawns, then blinks rapidly in surprise. Seems that even I'm tired. You help her pack up her workstation. She turns off the lights with one last fond look at her laboratory. You and Tang take the long way through the colony, walking in companionable silence towards the general direction of the living quarters. You've come to enjoy these walks with Tang, moving like twin spirits through a sleeping world. Tang stops you before you head into the living quarters. Actually, let's not go straight back, she says. I want to stay out a little longer. You and Tang climb up the walls where the wind coming from the forest is stronger and keep walking. The wilderness is dark and impenetrable past the defensive perimeter. Tang keeps you on the outside edge subconsciously, or perhaps consciously, putting you between her and it. I hate thinking about what's out there, she says quietly. Predators, dangers, diseases, all the monsters that have terrified humanity since the dawn of time, and they're right outside these walls. Both of these statements are kind of true, for as long as we can keep them out. We've seen how ineffective the walls can be already, and it's not so bad out there. Like, we have ventured outside the walls and have found wonderful, amazing things out there as well. It isn't that humanity can't live in harmony with this planet, it's that Governor Lum is a conquering asshole. God, if only she had someone to spend the night with, considering she's so exhausted. I don't think she'd be getting a lot of sleep, Plague. Just saying. I don't think either answer is going to be really one she's going to appreciate, so I'm gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It's not so bad out there. I mean, that does sound like I'm siding with her brother, but if only we built in deep underground vaults. We're not dwarves, Trav. And, you know, the mushrooms live underground too. She wraps her arms around herself as she walks, looking down at the ground. And inside as well. Monstrosity is the human condition too. Every horrible thing endemic to humanity. Jealousy, aggression, fear, pride. It's still here in us. We brought it, just like we brought potatoes and corn. It's terrifying to think of what horrors we're capable of inflicting here as we did on Earth. Why not? Why aren't we dwarves? I don't know, Trav. Why aren't we dwarves? If you can answer that question, I would be interested to know. I think the main difference between Dis and Tangent's worldview is Dis has so much respect for nature and sees it as the way to distance himself from being a human, whereas Tangent sees nature as her prison and the thing that traps her inside this flesh prison, and the only true freedom is through science. Yeah, they're basically two sides of the same coin, Plague, in a lot of ways. Both in the fact that Tangent decided to become a girl versus a boy, both in the way that they respond to the world, whereas Dis just wants to blend into and become one with it, whereas Tangent wants to be anything but it. Like, they're both two sides of the same coin, really, and I believe that they were written to be very much that way on purpose. You walk a little further before Tange, seemingly in the middle of some deep thought, stops and turns to you. Mayrin, are you happy here? She winces, then bites her lip. No, I don't mean happy, precisely. Happiness is irrelevant to a survival situation. What I mean is, do you imagine a future here? One that you would have chosen for yourself, should you have been given the option? Are you fulfilled? That is a good question, honestly. Ugh, look at that face. Staring into my soul. Oh my god. This is far closer to my worldview, but I completely understand both. I found the devs FAQ. They say they didn't go with dwarves because they didn't want to have to draw all the facial hair. Apparently it gets really hard to show good expressions with a massive beard. I suppose that it makes some sense. It is also the reason why, though, even those who have facial hair have very, like, close cropped facial hair as well, Trav. And they're not wrong. Having to do facial expressions with only your eyes is difficult. The people who can pull that shit off are fantastimagical. Are we fulfilled? That's hard. I can't really honestly say that the character as we have played them, it feels fulfilled here. We always feel like we are trapped in the middle of conflicting desires, ideologies, like situationally we're being pulled in multiple directions. Both by like family and friend obligation as well as like duty to the colony and stuff like that. Like we have bounced around in what it is that we do in this colony as well. We've not really settled on any one path or thing. Like early on we said we wanted to become a teacher, and all we really have to show for that is that we sometimes help other people learn but we're not really like a full-time teacher. We're not a full-time scientist. We're not a full-time administrator. We're not a full-time soldier. We're not a full-time surveyor or harvester or gardener or researcher. Like, we just kind of bounce in between things without really any rhyme or reason or purpose. We don't exactly hate it here in the colony because of all of our favorite people are here, but we are not happy or fulfilled necessarily because we are now orphaned as well. We have had severe major losses over the years, and it has been hard. So I think the most correct answer for the way I've played this game is I'm just existing day by day. Tange agrees. What a miserable existence we lead. Honestly, Tange continues, I despise the physical realities of living here. The smell, the cramped quarters, the constant threat of attack, of disease, everyone's meaningless interpersonal squabbles amplified by proximity and stress. I can feel them weighing me down. She laughs humorously. But we don't have a choice, do we? Therefore, the only rational decision is to make the best of what we have. To accept otherwise is to accept misery and death. Ooh, tangent focus 3. Yes. +6 if this has the highest value. I have the upgraded version. That's the tangent you know so well. You can trust her to stay logical and focused no matter what chaos tomorrow may bring. You walk until the chill of the night settles into your skin, then descend from the walls to walk back to the living quarters. Tange hesitates at the threshold. Anyone else might not have noticed, but you know Tange. Probably better than anyone in the colony does, even her own brother. What's wrong? It's nothing, Tange replies. I'm just tired, I suppose. I'm working on something with the chief engineer that's bigger than anything I've ever worked on before. It could change the fate of the colony, of humanity even. She looks at you with a faint smile. It's a lot to think about, and when I'm alone, all I do is think about it. Do you want a hug? Or everything's going to be okay? This is optimism. She's not a very physical person. It reminds her of her biology. She hates it. This is too much optimism for Tange. You're back? Oh dear. Poor Addie. Why am I very, very suspicious about this project? Because we trust Tange implicitly, but, like, she doesn't tell us everything. I think this is one of the rare times when she's unsettled enough that she would accept a hug, honestly. The optimism would be too much. I'm going with the hug, but, like, what decisions they gave us. Tange's awkward silence conveys that she has to consider this deeply. Yes, she says finally. I do, actually. You enfold Tange in a gentle hug. After a few seconds of stunned inaction, Tange wraps her arms limply around you as well. You spread your hands wide and hold her more tightly, trying to manifest the right kind of comforting energy to resonate through Tange's shields. Either you manage, or she simply relents. But Tange rests her head on top of yours and sighs. This is where I talk about how physical touch encourages the production of oxytocin, she murmurs, which is a bonding hormone that imparts feelings of calm and security. You can feel her smile against your hair. I know you know that, though, so I'll simply say this is nice. Thank you. Tange straightens her coat. I am aware that I am not the easiest person to befriend, she admits. Among my many admirable qualities, I am often cold, brusque, and tactless. I owe you my thanks for taking the time to see through that. I don't know why you would have bothered, but I'm grateful. She looks towards the living quarters as if steeling herself. She even knocked down my door curtain. Oh no. I have been attempting to break through her shield since we met, honestly, Reed. Like, this is 17 years worth of trying to get this girl to give me even a moment of her day. And to be quite frank, I am one of the very few people she's actually given that moment to, so... You don't have to be alone tonight. Oh, an interesting proposition, Tange replies. What precisely do you mean? We could keep each other company. Tange scrutinizes your face for any hint of an ulterior motive. Convinced you have none, her shoulders drop. I'd like that. Thank you, she says, defeated. Look, we're not saying sex. We're just saying same room, as much touch as she's willing to stand, and a place to sleep not by herself. Sleepovers, marshmallows, and cocoa. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, we went to her place. Hell yes. You retire back to Tange's quarters, a largely sterile sleeping room with a few human touches, save for a few neglected plants and a ratty blanket that you recognize as the kind Chief Steward Anne used to knit by hand for every kid. There is a physical photo of Tange and Instance posed awkwardly together, as if they'd been working on something and told to take a break to smile for the camera. Just being there for her is all you're trying to do. Sex is not something she would want often, if at all. Exactly, Reed. We are not in a relationship with Tangent for sex. That, like, Rex is always down, so if we needed that, we have other options. But, like, for Tange, just, she is our world. Come on. She's amazing. We love her. You keep Tange quiet company for a few hours, trading bits of conversation until the first sun starts to rise. You look over and see that Tange's eyes have closed and her face has finally gone slack in much-needed sleep. You pull the blanket over her and close your eyes as well, to catch a few hours before you're both expected back at work. This will affect Tangent way less than us, because her augment allows her to sleep a lot less than us. Okay, now to talk to her for really reals. We have read this before. Have any time to spare? Tange hums and checks the time on her hollow palm. I suppose, she says archly, then smiles, if you provide me with sufficient motivation. We hang out in the lab. Heck yeah, we hang out in the lab. Smash. Next question. Mr. Scrake. Yes, exactly. If you wanted horny, Rex or others, if weed was not important this paycheck, I would probs get this game. That's fair, Reed. Please, your mental health and physical well-being is far more important to me than you getting a game. And I can't imagine you can't find multiple playthroughs on YouTube if you're looking for it, including all of mine in my YouTube channel, so... She isn't insanely horny, but I do think she's interested in sex, just not as much as other people. I honestly believe that she would be into it for reproductive purposes only, and that's about it. Plague, you know, do her due diligence for the colony, and that's it. What's weed? It's a plant, you know? It's like dandelions and stuff. It's it's just a thing. Like dandelions and stuff, Mr. Scrake. I think she'd find the idea of pregnancy, birth, and children to be a horrifyingly messy and biological. Oh yes, Trav, she would never get pregnant. Are you kidding? But to be a parent for the purposes of conception, sure. She didn't start out female after all. I'm glad that it's legal for you, Reed. Not for everybody, but for you. Tange cleans her workstation to prepare to leave with you, but just as you take her arm, an alarm goes off. Tange curses and scrambles over to an experiment and turns off the alarm. I seem to have forgotten that this experiment requires a great deal of babysitting, she says. My apologies, but might we stay in the laboratory? Of course, of course. There's nothing to be done about it when you're dating a brainiac like Tange, so you pull up a chair and settle in to keep her company. It's still nice to spend time with her. Absolutely, that's all I was hoping for. And I am just as happy to be in the lab as anybody else, because, seriously. Poor Rex, still can't get any Cal. Ah, Cal. Um, right. It's Rex's birthday. I don't have any logs for him, but I do have cake. Oh, Nami. We must have gotten above a relationship threshold. Yeah, we're over 20. We're having her event now. I'm afraid of Slavs on weed. We are already high. That's fair, Mr. Scrake. You don't need to have sex to have children in this world. I genuinely think she would be okay with having sex recreationally. I genuinely think that it would be a once in a while because her biology is pushing her to that point, and that would be it. Plague. It would happen very rarely, but it would be absolutely magical every time. Nami is camped out in the lounge with their holopad screen spread out before them like a drawing table. In another screen, there's a collection of photos of a manticore. Nami looks between the two screens, their brow furrowed in concentration as they scribble directly onto the screen with stylus. Hey, what are you doing? Well, Nami replies thoughtfully, I wanted to write and illustrate a story about aliens, like in Turbogo Hyperjet Transform, except using the Xenos here on Vertumna, like manticores and faceless and stuff, but they can talk, and instead of attacking the colony, they help people instead. That sounds cool. Thanks, Nami chirps, scribbling happily at their drawing. I got the idea from the second Turbo Hyperjet OVA. You know, the one where the Medusa demons show up and the aliens and the Turbo girls have to band together to defeat their common enemy? I remember that part. Nami looks up at you with a start. Oh, they exclaim. That reminds me. So I'm trying to brush up on my xenoanatomy, and I'm totally fine with writing, but they blow out a big breath, ruffling their bangs. I kind of haven't been here long enough to make sure it feels right, you know, to make it go pop. And I want to make sure I'm being, sensitive about stuff I don't know a lot about. So I was wondering, could you help me with some of the world building? I don't have the creativity for you. It's one of my lowest stats, unfortunately. It's even lower than combat now, with the bump. Ugh. Well, I can try, is all I got. May should narrate DD2 now since Wayne is gone. I mean... You want to get me paid for the job, Mr. Scrake? I would be down. I don't have the setup to do, like, excellent narration. This is the mic that I have, but, like, I'd be down. But I'm not gonna do it for free. And besides, the last time I played the game, it has its own narration. You will be great. Aw, you're very sweet to say so, Mr. Scrake. Well, I know you listen. You're here consistently every time I stream. Without fail. Well, I can try. You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Nami with their story. When you're done, they give you a big hug and thank you profusely for your help. It was our pleasure. I'm sorry that I'm not creative enough to actually give you good stuff. But yay! And now what she actually says. The soldiers are still being pricks. Okay. Yep, this is the time that Mars and Rex hangs out. What's up, Mars? She still doesn't care about nature? Okay. Rex. Hello? Rex? Rex reaches above his head and stretches, showing off his lean body and its remarkable lack of clothing. He yawns and smacks his lip. Hey, Ameirin, he says, scratching his stomach lazily. You doing anything fun? Got you a present. Have some cake. Rex beamed as you unveil his birthday cake. You remembered, he cheers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have learned that he likes cake. Oh, we got above a friendship threshold. So now it's time for an event. You're looking for Rex by the construction site, but Rex finds you first. Tackle hug! You turn to the source of the yell. Rex is barreling towards you, arms outstretched. You have about 2 seconds to decide how to react. Do we leap into his arms, give him a big old friendly bear hug, or offer a high five? the high five is not the correct choice. May, how many times do I gotta say that you've got a great voice? Probably many more times, Plague Doctor, because I'm very unlikely to actually believe it anytime this century. Next century is not looking good either. My fave part of VA is bloopers. Well, I will be bloopering all over the place. I wish I could be here more. You stream when I'm working or sleeping. Yeah, Reed, I stream more for UK evening than for East Coast evening. It fits in my schedule better, and as much as I would love to stream later, it's just not feasible for my life. But the YouTube is always there, so even if you can't be here, you can always keep up to date on YouTube. The VODs go up same day, so you're welcome to check out anything that I've streamed in the past and just throw on a playlist for whenever you are working, cleaning, cooking, you know, doing mindless whatever, or anything else for that matter. But it, you know, no money made, it's just there to give back. I would like to imagine May seeing Exemplar for the first time and be like, what the fuck is this thing? I mean, fair. Also, Goose Goose Duck or AU, if I can get a game together soon. AU? I don't know what AU stands for. Hello, what? Hi, PP. I see that you're streaming. We'll probably be there later. How would Tange react to you doing one? I don't know. I don't know if anyone would get. I don't know if she would be upset because, well, it's Rex. Hey, Reed, you do what you have to do as well. I wish you got paid for it. Oh, Among Us. I don't own Among Us, actually, so it would have to be GGD for me to come play. And I'm always down to come play, although it's a little rough on the voice to do these voice acting games. I love them. Among Us is now free. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I thought it was still like $5 or whatever. I'll look into it, but like... Goose Goose Duck has the proximity chat, the proximity voice chat built in. Among Us, I don't think does. No, Reed, Among Us has not always been free. If it's free now, that's news to me. But like Goose Goose Duck has features that I like better and is actually free. So, my VODs help you get through editing at college? Yeah. I mean, they're just raw. I don't edit anything at all whatsoever for YouTube, so yeah. See, this game is was or still is, it might still be is on sale right now. Or it was when I got it anyway, and yeah, I'm a broke bitch too, right? You know what? Let's find out if cheating is a problem in this game. I'm gonna leap into his arms because he was the first kiss. You ready yourself to launch into his embrace, catching a glimpse of Rex's delighted smile as he scoops you up in his strong arms. He lifts you off your feet and swings you around laughing. Heyo, Mayrin! Rex exclaims. He's holding you easily against his chest. What's a good girl like you doing in a place like this? You're the good boy, Rex. Or do we give him a peck on his cheek? Let's see what that did. Functionally nothing to Tangent, just friendship to Rex, so I'm flirting. This game is part of a current Steam sale, so yeah, a little longer. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was still on sale. Nice. I will see what I can do. He a good boy. Exclamation point game in my chat will get you the Steam link so that you can at least wishlist it if you want. Read. Looks like Rex has piercings on his arm. Yeah, I don't know if these are piercing or part of his augment or, I don't know, jewelry or something. I'm not entirely certain what it is, but it is in his character art all the same. We flirtin'. Boulder Parchment Shears! The gauntlet has been thrown. Shears in the chat. Exclamation point BPS to see who wins. Winter Fairy or somebody else? Rex's cheek is warm and soft, and you can feel the curl of his smile under your lips. He sets you down on your feet, cups your face in his hands, and presses a friendly kiss to your forehead. Nice to see you too, Mayrin, he says. Ooh, we got upgraded memory, Rex's hug. And we've learned more about Rex, which means that we've learned all of this stuff. His loyalty, and is he more dog or boy? He's more boy. A little bit dog. More boy. You're thinking he's starting to understand this strange Helio boy and his love of hugs. So, Rex asks, crossing his arm, "Were you looking for me? What you need?" Well, I just wanted to say hi. Let's do something fun. Or I've been feeling really down lately. I have not been feeling down. Are you kidding? I'm in cloud 9 with Tangent. From what I can see, Tang doesn't have a problem with you dating others, but I'm not 100% on that. I don't think she would have a problem so long as she may not want to hear about it is probably all it comes down to. It was on sale, I'm just saying. Anyway. It'll be on sale again at some point, I'm sure. You know, you can wait for the major sales if you'd like. Sales must have just finished. Sorry, I thought there was a bit more. Yeah. Let's do something fun. Rex tilts his head to the side. Like what? You want to skip work and hang out? Rex looks torn. Oh man, he groans. Normally yes, for sure, but I'm actually super stoked to work on the build today. He jerks his thumb towards the construction project behind him. If you want, you can come see what we're working on. Absolutely, dude. Look at that, my stress just keeps going down. Rex takes you on a tour of the construction site. He's great company, and basking in his excitement is a pleasant way to spend an afternoon. When you wave goodbye to him so he can get back to work, you feel a little bit lighter. That was worth it. Did we talk to Mars? Yes, we did. I remember. Annie. Annie is doing squats in the training yard. 30, 31. Oh, hey, Mayrin. She jumps up and stretches her legs. Feel like challenging the squat queen? No. I don't have a toughness high enough anyway. But thanks. I have to buy more cake for you and I'm mad about it. It's gonna be less stale than it should be. Yeah. No thanks, dude. Do we have any collectible over here? Yes. Which means I have a Xeno egg for Annie's birthday when it comes around. Fan-frickin-tastic. Hey, Dis. Have I read this one? I don't think I have. This war, Dis says, staring out into the wilderness, doesn't make any sense. What are we really fighting anyway? Nature? So when will it be over? When the planet is empty except for humans? Dis shakes his head. Sounds awful. Yeah. Yep, it does. I need medicinal plants for him. Hopefully we pick some up in the colony before that time. Everybody is anywhere but the gardens at the moment, so just looking for collectibles, but nobody's over here, so I have to go buy more cake for a stupid dumb asshole. Stupid dumb asshole. Alright. Back to maxing out reasoning. Mwah. Tutor the children! It was already on your wish list? Nice. Nice. Don't buy stupid dumb assholes cake. Look, I'm nice to him once a year, Plague. That's all he gets because we live in the same place. I understand. But like, he gets cake on his birthday and that's it. You're heading back to your quarters at the end of the day, and as you pass by the med bay, you hear shouts and scrambling from within. Several surveyors have come back with serious wounds, not the usual broken limbs and sunstroke. One of them is holding a towel to her own leg, staunching blood flow from a massive animal bite. Another looks nearly blinded from acid. It looks like chaos in there. Well, we are helping in medbay because we are not that much of an asshole. And also our biology is like maxed. Gosh, it's a good thing you were here. Triaging and getting the most badly wounded into the med beds is difficult, and the others need traditional medical attention while they wait. It's hectic, stressful work, but you're able to keep your head and provide assistance. Good work in there, Mayrin, Chief Engineer Instant says. You know, with the colonies grown, I could use an assistant nurse here, someone I can trust to take care of things while I'm working in the lab. Come back next month and give me a hand if you're interested. So we've opened up nursing assistant engineering. Awesome. I don't know if that will give us anything specific, but one slot becomes value 4. Interesting. I super gold so hard. I would use the calm temperament, but unfortunately I do not have the space for it today. Unless we do this. We could do that. But I like this better, so. Like, the bonuses don't matter because this one's going to become a 4 regardless. And it's really just, it's supposed to get +1 for each gem card, so it's really just evening out the +1. But this is what's really giving us extra pointage up the wazoo. So. I could. Absolutely, but it's slightly less because this is less of a bonus. Yeah, no, we'll go with it. It's fine. We know what the better combination is. We're still gonna get +5 to 6 on reasoning. So, nearly maxed. So close. And we got plus on empathy because of our smitten status. Nice. Little extra empathy this month. Early pollen becomes mid pollen. Do we have any? You're early pollen. You're mid dust. You're mid wet. I don't think I don't know Tammy's birthday because she did. So I think there's no mid pollen. So we're good there. Hey, babe. So we're at war then, Tang says, fiddling with her microscope. I'm of mixed feelings. First of all, nature has been at war with us since the day we landed, so if it takes an official declaration in order to secure more resources for engineering, I accept it. Welcome to the good fight, administration. She pulls back from the microscope and blinks, rubbing her eyes. On the other hand, it's ridiculous to declare war on an intangible enemy. One may as well declare war on aging. Which people do all the time. Nope. Never. Gotta save some flowers for her for later, but I could give her another right now. I'm gonna try flirting with her now that we're in a relationship and see if this changes. Nope, does not. She still can't handle compliments. Cal, what's going on? Yeah, it's so weird how you and Rex get clumsy around the Helios kids. Yeah, So weird. Don't know how that could possibly happen. He doesn't like soldiers. I will. Goodbye. I look to see if there's new stuff. Nothing new here. Nami? Mom and Dad asked if I was getting serious with anyone, Nami says, wrinkling their nose. Gross and Rooney, right? Yeah, definitely Arrow Ace. Arrow Ace Monarch there. Yes, everyone got hot, including me. Hugs incoming! Yes, more hugs. Mars. Mars is watching holovids, propping her head up with her hand. Newton's bloody apple, she curses. We have got to start producing our own entertainment soon, or I'm literally going to go mad. Sure, Mars. You've been mad the whole time. I thought you knew. Dis? Yep. Still assholes. Sorry, Dis. They're still assholes. Any collectibles? No. We do have enough de-stress to go out, but I would like to max out reasoning before we do. So I'm just gonna check for collectibles over here, even though I know that nobody stands over here. And then I suppose we will go see if we can max out reasoning today, finally. For actuality. Let's see what nursing does as well, since we opened it up. Cyst in the med bay gives us biology and empathy. A lot more empathy. And friendship with Tangent, which is maxed, so we're gonna tutor children though, because we need the reasoning. You're tutoring one of the younger kids with their biology homework when you get a holo message from Tangent. Your student asks what you're reading that's making you smile so weird. Vagrant, your face is red. Are you sick? You tell them to focus on their studies. Cal, you sweet summer child. Yeah, exactly. This value is wild and locked, which is perfect. So whatever we want to do. Becomes a wild. This is a wild for flushes currently. What if I did... I mean, it is super gold. Take care, Reed. I hope that you have a great meeting and a better rest of your day. We'll talk again soon. I see. Interesting. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know where to find me. Reach 100 in all 4 skills of one type. Let's go. Reasoning is maxed. +1 to mental increases. Yup. I'm all mental all the time. Nice. You're browsing the colony bulletin board on your holopalm over breakfast when you notice a new post from Nami. It seems to be a short story. The title is Xenos to the Rescue. Oh boy. You open the story and read through it. Actually, you think you and Nami did okay. Sure, the premise of talking manicores is a little shaky, and Nami doesn't really spend enough time establishing the character's motivations, but it's still an entertaining read. You scroll through the comments. They're mostly supportive, if a little lukewarm, except for one. Wow, this sucks. Xenos suck my sweaty ballsack. Well, we know who that's from. What a jerk. It's now late pollen. You get the perk. Nope, he's mid-wet. They're late-wet. They're both dust, as is Nami. Mars is wet, so I think we're good on birthdays for the time being. I have a feeling that Tammy was also pollen, but she's not with us. Tanja's sitting before an array of hall screens, all showing different graphs. Oh, right. We've read this one. Okay, cool. We can't flirt with her, but that's fine. We might be able to flirt with her once a season at this rate. Ah. Cal looks up from the geoponics bed where he's doing something sciencey with the water. Oh, hey, Mayrin, he says. Just give me a sec. I'm checking the oxygen levels in the beds. Too much and you get too much aerobic bacteria. He huffs a little laugh. I sound like Tang, right? There's a lot of science in this geoponics stuff. It sure is the future. Yep, it sure is, Cal. He's the head of geoponics. He's the head of it. This is the man's who's in charge now. Alright. Any collectibles? Probably not. Hey, asshole. Yeah, still don't know why sometimes you attempt to be helpful. Oh, she's playing darts again. I did indeed see that, Annie. I'm sorry that we're not better friends. Hey, Rex. Rex is chatting with one of the young soldiers from the Helio, smiling wolfishly down at her with his hand braced above her head as she giggles. When she sees you coming, her smile drops and she beats a hasty retreat, avoiding your gaze. Rex turns, his confused expression melting away to delight when he sees you. Way hey, Mayrin, he exclaims. Some of the Helios are weird about being seen with me, he continues unbothered. She'll be back. Well, I'm coming in for another hug, so... It don't matter. Apparently he's hot enough to converse with, but... Tammy had the late pollen slot? Yeah, that's what I suspected. Trav. I said you'd laugh when you saw that perk. It's utterly useless to you. You needed it early. Yep, I did need it early, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, she's still griping about nature. As Mars does. Dis, how do? Probably emo. Dis is kneeling with his hand flat on the ground. Sometimes I swear I can hear the planet talking, he says. Everyone always told me I was weird. Maybe they were right. I don't think you're weird, I just think you're different. Although I want to know if that tattoo is real or just marker. Either could be, and also it looks awesome. Alright. What do we want to do with ourselves? That is the question. We don't have a lot of animals or empathy. This is an option. We've already maxed out biology and organizing, so no. This is the toughness part, but I actually don't think geoponics is for us, honestly. I might go on a collecting spree just because... Can we highlight the building? Thank you. Anything new in the bestiary? Not real. The bristle slug, I think. And the balmeal. That's it, really. This is bravery and perception. This is perception in animals. This is perception in biology, which is not very helpful for us. And this is perception in engineering, which is not very helpful for us. I mean, it's helpful for perception, but... both of these stats could be useful, and we do like Dis enough to make friends with him, so... That's an option. We can't apply to work in for construction because we don't have our toughness up enough. Organizing is maxed, so we don't really need any of this. Persuasion is not maxed, and that's where we got the majority of it, is assisting the governor. We'd also get probably more Secret Fun Times Club events as well. This is beautiful. We've never really helped in the kitchens, which is creativity and empathy. Creativity is our lowest, and then practice the photo phoner would give us creativity and bravery as well, which could be decent. We might want to work on our social skills next. And it also might open up more things to do in the lounge that we have done in the past, because, like, we mostly have engineering's extra stuff unlocked. This would give us some empathy, but it would prioritize giving us extra biology, which we've already maxed, so same here. We could get creativity, but it would try to prioritize engineering stat. We've done reasoning, creativity, and persuasion. Studying humanities is a thing, but also I think we've aged out of the studying, so there's, of course, the barracks is options. Sports Brawl gives us bravery and toughness, but it prioritizes bravery. Defense training is combat and animals, but it prioritizes combat. Lookout duty is perception and animals, which prioritizes perception. Guard duty is combat and bravery with an emphasis on combat, which is how we got to attempt to kick Vase's ass once already. I think we need to work on our social skills over these things, but we've got some options on how we do that. And I kind of want more collectibles just for gift-giving reasons, so bravery and perception might be the way to go. Yeah, let's explore nearby and grab up what things we can. No. Keep exploring. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What's up, Utopia? You report to Expeditions Tent to find not just Utopia, but Security Chief Rhett and Vase as well. I just can't spare any more of my people, Utopia's explained to them. You've already pulled almost all the foragers. We're already running skint crews in the ridges as it is. There's one person you can spare, Rhett replies, turning to face you. Hello, Mayrin. How'd you like to transfer into one of my hunting parties? Utopia tells me you're one of her best explorers. We could use someone like you. He indicates Vase. I need someone who can keep up with this one. Vase puffs his chest out proudly. Why do we need to kill them? Vase laughs. Because they're killing us, Mayrin. Keep up. He clenches his fist. It's the classic struggle between humanity and nature, he says. Nature's not all flowers and rainbows. On Earth, everything and everyone was trying to kill each other for survival, for food, hell, even just for fun. I can't wait to bag a real trophy Xeno, he chuckles, framing his hands like a painting on the wall. The first 10-point buck on Vertumna. I don't want to kill animals for fun. Rhett scowls at Vase. You won't be killing them for fun. You'll be killing them to defend the colony. Vase rolls his eyes. It's not true that we'd never kill a living creature. We have proven before that we have done it. For survival, to protect ourselves. Yeah, it's a terrible pair of options. I tried the option to be like, nah, I'm a forager, not a hunter, but I think I'm gonna have to say that I would never kill a living creature and probably get told, if I recall correctly, you've done it before. Vance scoffs. Even if it was trying to kill you? I knew you Strato kids were soft. I didn't know you were suicidal, too. Not everyone's cut out for life or death situations, Rhett says, then turns to you. You know, Mayrin, it's not all killing, he continues. Sometimes it's about tracking and identifying dangerous creatures before they reach our walls. You wouldn't necessarily have to kill them. He holds up his hand. But you don't have to decide yet, just yet. Talk to Utopia later if you change your mind. Yeah, no, not going to for Vance, of all people. Not in this playthrough, absolutely not. He can kiss my ass. I have stick. You're strolling along the path when suddenly everything goes quiet. The wilderness is never quiet. There's always insect noises, the chirping of reptiles, even the wind in the trees has gone entirely silent. There's something unnatural about this place. Oh, we will be brave. Challenge time. We will have 3 rounds. The goal of 61 is actually easily within our reach. I'm gonna do this. It's not quite as straight. It is a flush. Actually, maybe a pair of 3s would be better. Not quite. But I want to save the gem cards if I can. Next round. Here's a 6. This value is wild. Makes it a 7. But this is the final round, so I want to boost it higher. If possible. This can only get up to a 4. That's where I needed to be. We shall be brave, so very brave, and bravely run away. And bravely run away. No, we're gonna be brave. I have super gold this with a straight with the bonus to straights, with a 2 of a kind and a 2 of a kind because of the wild, and also a flush 5 with a bump to +5 to it because of this card. Heck yeah. Victory is mine. So I get a little bit of extra bravery and some kudos for having done so. You walk through the quiet area, the noise starts up again. The mystery will have to remain unsolved. Spooky. Ooh, another stick. Can I reach it? No, I have to go through this event to get to it. You come across a cluster of mush trees. They're not fully grown yet, but they're still pretty big. It might be good to harvest them before they get all gross and mushy during the rainy season. So I could cut down trees for a mushwood log. I could give them a friendly pat and or I could come back later. This will punt me back to the map without any progress being made, so I'm gonna cut them down because I need the mushwood logs for a certain somebody. I got toughness for that though, so gained that. You spend the day cutting down mush trees. They're so light even before they've fully dried out. You can drag them towards the logging camp where you're congratulated for your efforts. And then even more stress on top of that. I still got some amount of time. A nearby pond has dammed up and washed out the path here. The path continues on the other side. Well, let's jump over it, shall we? Five, four, three. Next. Five, four, three, two. Wish I had an 8. Yeah, but as soon as I start playing other cards, this goes down. 7, 6. This becomes a 5. +1 to social yellow cards. And that's the only social yellow card that ramped up. And I don't have enough flower cards to, like, bump everything up, so. Literally the same thing. Fairy says, I am right. Super cold. Let's go. Bravery and kudos. Good. You bravely fall in and get wet. You flounder towards the other side, soaked but victorious. Funny. Ooh, another egg. Awesome. Alright, we have enough for one more challenge. Can we pick up this log without clearing? No. No, we cannot. Well, here we go. There isn't a cloud in the sky, but yet it started to rain. You can't tell where it's coming from or whether it's even water. Given how this planet is full of surprises, it's probably some animal migration or airborne tree sap. Who knows? You have a strong desire to not be out in it. We need to find something to use as an umbrella. Do-do-do. You break off a large leaf on a long stem and hold it over your head. It makes a pleasant kind of thrum as the drops splatter on it. And then we auto go home because we're too tired and stressed. But we have picked up a few things that we needed, so. Bravery gets a boost. Perception gets a boost. And I think we have unlocked something as well. But it is early dust, which means that it is people's birthdays. I want to... Woohoo! Flower. Double check if I've opened up something here. No. Oh, apply to be a hunter. Yes, I have. I'm gonna apply, not because I'm gonna ever take it, but just to see what it does. Utopia sighs when you tell her you're looking for Rhett. Well, I can't stop you, sweets. Rhett's over there in the garrison, though. I don't like him coming around here trying to poach my people. You head over to the garrison. Ah, it's you again. Going to try out for the hunting party again, are you? Vase looks up from where he's cleaning a plas rifle and scowls at you. Sure, I'd love to hunt. Rhett nods. Good. I'm glad to hear it. He says, then turns to Vase. But first, I need to make sure you know the basics. Vase, bring out the Vricky. Vase goes over to a tent and brings back the Vricky on a long chain. It's sprightly and bright-eyed, some might even say cute, and comes up nearly to your waist. Vase looks proud of his duty as monster bearer. Caught this one myself, Rhett tells you. I'm adding it to the training zoo, so don't kill it, but feel free to give it a few pokes. Then tell me, what are its weaknesses, its strengths? How would you defeat it in a fight? Well, we're gonna use animals, because are not attacking it. That's stupid. Tame it and take it for our own. I might. I am stressed as fuck, so... We need an 81 and we got a 25? Yeah, let's go. Double 11s. Heck yeah. Next round. And super cold. Mostly because of Tangent. And I de-stress just a tinge. Just a wee little bit. You study the creature for a long time. It looks nervous, skittering from side to side and making a clicking noise. You throw a stick at it and it leaps up to grab it in its mandibles. It angrily tears it in half and glares at you. You do some more tests and think about other times you've seen a Vricky in the wild. It's one of the many creatures on Vertumna that seem to be more fungus than animal. You've seen them in all sorts of sizes, from little scuttlers to the size of your palm, to jumping predators, to towering nurse trees that are rooted in one spot. This one's awfully large, so it's probably agitated that it's been taken out of the wilderness at this point in its life cycle. It probably wants to root soon. Good, Rhett says. Let's see if you're as good at hunting these as you are at identifying them. Come join the hunting squad next month and we'll see how you do in the swamps. So that is how we get the option open to do swamps. So, which does animals and combat. That's what I wanted to know. Alright, hey Dis. Yep, it sounds awful indeed. Oh, but we can dare him to go into a restricted area. Heck yeah, let's do it. It's not his birthday until late wet, so... Ooh, a yellow with a wild value. You dare Dis to explore the creepiest, darkest part of engineering, deep down where even Chief Engineer Instance never goes, under the recycling room where they say there are ghosts. You set the mood, then sneak around behind him to put your hollow palm flashlight under your face and shout, "Boo!" Hey, BB! There's no better hand, congratulations. More perception is very, very useful for expeditions, but we didn't really focus on red challenges and it wasn't realistic to build it when we were doing the things we did. Absolutely. Aw, disliked that. He rolls his eyes. Mayrin, think about it. If there were ghosts on the spaceship, one of them would be my mom. Oh, yeah. You guess that would scare a normal person, but Dis still isn't scared of anything. Extra card draw. Because my bravery finally got above first perk. Yep. He's still weird. And we like him that way. Please don't ever change. Pray please. Hey, asshole. Still an asshole, got it. Hey, Annie. I did indeed see that. My love, my heart, my queen. Tange is pouring something from a carafe that could only be strong black coffee from the bitter scent. It was bracing at first, Tange concedes. But I have now endured it long enough that it has begun to feel pleasant. Almost calming. I would agree with her assessment. I do find coffee to be calming as well, but then again, I also add sweetened creamer to mine, so... Taking a shower currently. If you ain't still streaming by the time I get back, I hope you all have a great rest of your day and see you tomorrow, May. You're awesome as hell. Thanks, Plague. Enjoy your shower. She regards the carafe with something like fondness. As I require little sleep, I doubt I will become dependent on it. Addiction runs in my family, you know. This, though, is an indulgence I can allow myself. Aw. Babe. Indulge away. Nami? Everyone's so serious all the time, Nami says, touching their chin with the tip of their finger. I'm trying my best to help. Even if I'm not good at soldier stuff, I can at least make things that people smile. I can at least make things that make people smile. Blah, blah, blah. That's important too, right? Absolutely, Nami. Absolutely. It is very important, and I'm glad you try. So very glad. Let's see here. Done those, done those. Mars is not hanging out with you? What? Yep, everyone got hot, and let's get some hugs in. Aw, yeah. Him and his smolder face. Mars? Yep. Don't care about nature. Why would we want to do that? Cal. So clumsy, Cal. So clumsy. No collectibles? Yo. Oops, wrong menu. Late dust. So it's Mars's birthday, I believe. No, Mars is early wet. Who is early dust? Not you, you're early pollen. Somebody is early dust. You're mid dust. Is it asshole? No, he's mid wet. It's Annie. Annie is early dust. Oh my god, I forgot her last year too. Annie. Here, I got something for you. I did remember your birthday. She likes things that she can eat. Right? Yes. Cool, thanks, Annie says, taking the edge. I guess it is my birthday this week. I kind of forgot. Ugh. We should definitely become friends with her next run through. Just to see what she's like more. And maybe tempt her away from the asshole? That would be great. I was like, it's somebody's birthday today. I know I'm missing something. Alright, social skills. We need empathy, persuasion, creativity, and bravery. We did bravery? This gives persuasion. We actually could get a second perk in persuasion right now. The organizing is already maxed. Is there other options for persuasion? That might be our best bet. Yeah, that will give some empathy. That will give only some persuasion. Okay. We haven't done as many things in the lounge, so there's probably more to creativity and empathy, creativity and bravery. This will give the most persuasion. So I'm gonna go assist the governor and see if that brings up more options here in command. Yes, thank you, Trav. I did figure it out on my own. I was just being a dumbass. It's fine. Being Lum's assistant isn't the glamorous life of political intrigue you were hoping for. He's more of a soldier than a politician, and even then, you hear he's not much of a soldier either. If he notices that people mock him, he doesn't seem to care. It almost makes him more boastful. Like he thinks the sole duty of governor is to soak up as much attention and power and wield it whenever and however he likes. Whenever he's questioned on something, he unleashes such a torrent of bravado and barely veiled threats that it's impossible to make your own point, and then he just pushes through what he wanted to do anyway. It's infuriating. Given that the colony's governance was based around the idea of communication and empathy, no one seems to know how to contain him. As for the Helios, they seem to have their own ways to get around him. They're grateful he's gotten into politics because that means your older and more experienced security chief Rhett makes all but the largest military decisions. In fact, you think some of them enjoy that he's such a moron because they hope the colony fails. They think he's entertaining. Mars is responsible for producing his social media content, which he considers an important part of his brand. They mostly consist of powerful sounding but ultimately empty speeches about how great the colony is doing and how proud everyone should be of their really, really, truly great work. Just fantastic, really. Usually while carrying a log of mushwood, so he looks super strong. You and Mars are huddled in command trying to avoid his attention, while Mars scrolls through Lum's selfie roll, trying to pick the best one for social media. It's a political strategy. It's not unheard of, she mutters. Plenty of Earth dictators used it. I just can't tell if it's his official strategy or if he really is this vain. You hear footsteps approaching and Mars groans. Lum claps his hands on her shoulder and smiles broadly. There you are! I was thinking, in the next video, I think the colony is ready to see some footage from that counterattack I led against the enemy aliens. Oh, stars, you remember this. Lum plays the footage of the time he charged into battle and nearly got everyone killed with explosives. You cringe as you remember it wasn't your finest moment either. You can't believe this is the footage he wants to hold up as proof of his bravery and vision. This is great footage, Mars simpers. Just really great. It's actually perfect for Mayrin to practice working on her video editing skills. You shoot Mars a stinky look, but she just smiles. Lum agrees. With such great material, he practically did your job for you. Do we make him look good? Do we make him look bad? Do we tell him how stupid this is, or do we convince him to try something else? Now that you've gotten all your mental at max, maybe you should go for persuasion. I'm sure there'll be a lot of talking, or you could become a super soldier and beat Vase up on the regular. Nah, he's not worth my time. He'll like it too much, is the problem. What do we do here, guys? I'm about ready to convince him to try something else, though. If he looks bad, it will come back to bite you. Short-term enjoyment, but ouch. Yeah. Doesn't help that Mars threw you under the bus here. If it's bad, it's your fault entirely. Indeed. Because she totally would have done it better. Of course, she has no shame, so... I don't need the organizing skill, so I'm gonna attempt to convince him to try something else. Ah, I got colony defense out of that choice. That's much more useful, actually. You managed to convince Lum that the colony is still too traumatized from the attack that they won't have positive associations with Lum being involved, even if he does look like a hero. Lum begrudgingly agrees. Alright, that's much better. This card gets a +3. Cool. Looks like we've got 5s. Ooh, but this is gonna become a 7. which is not entirely terrible. I can do this. Now we've super gold it. I actually should have de-stressed, but because I had 5 less out of 100, and I'm gonna de-stress a little bit more anyway. Yeah. Slightly bigger because of a run of 3. Alright. I win. So I got persuasion and organizing unfortunately boosted, so like my organizing is already maxed, but my persuasion almost got the next perk. But it is now this year's Retemnilia is ushered in with big military band, horns and drums, supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends the stage to raucous applause. But unfortunately for everyone, I'm gonna save, and this is where we will pick up next time, because my voice is shot and I need to stop. 9 episodes of this, you guys. It's been amazing. But hello everyone, I am May and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. If that is not your time zone, please, very pretty please, put on a follow and a notification either here or on Blue Sky, or, well, preferably both. The link is in the chat. I have D&D tonight, Raptor, so good luck to me. Needless to say, you will get your notifications of me going live in both and or either place. I also sometimes talk about the games that I play over on Blue Sky, and I'm very bad at social media, so come bother me over there so I can get better at it, please. I beg of you. I also have a YouTube channel, the link is also in the chat, where the VODs go. So if you jump over there, put on a subscribe and ring the bell, then you'll know when the VODs go live for if you missed anything at all. So that you have my company anytime, day or night, whether you're working or cleaning or cooking or sleeping or just need company. It's there for you to keep up with what I'm up to and also to have for whatever your needs. I make 0 money over there, it's just to give back to you guys. Last but not least, I do raid my friends at the end of my stream, and if I don't have any friends live, I go make new ones, because we're all in this community together, and I very much believe in sharing the love. Absolutely. So let's see who is live today. We've got some amount of options, but we're gonna go jump over to Psycho Phoenix, aka Peepee. She's playing Phasmophobia, possibly with friends at the moment. She's a sassy, sassy lady from the UK who I just adore. So please, please, please give her all the love from me. You're welcome to use your own love heart or raid emojis to add to my raid message if you'd like. And I hope that the rest of your Monday goes very well. I will be back with some more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist tomorrow, if you'd like to see what happens next. And until then, you guys, we raid in 3, 2, 1, bye!